Hopefully I don't lose my shirt off of this play. It is December 10th, and this is of course the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. Now, I've made some aggressive moves, and I just saw an opportunity, and I wish I had actually been a little bit more patient, but I'll show you in a second when I show you the accounts. And I want to talk about that and also what the future holds. I'm going to kind of reiterate a little bit of what I talked about last time. So here's the account. I'm sitting at 76,079. Now, this is not an all-time high technically because I added money in, and I'll show you now what I did with that money. It's sitting right here under the Camicos of the world. So Cameco had a monster drop today. It's down 6.65%, which is quite a bit. It went from 977 to 912, which is a big move. So I used that a chance, and actually starting over here early in the morning, actually sold some puts, and you know, a 9.5 put and a $9 put. So I don't know if it's gonna work out well in the short term, but I wouldn't mind owning Cameco at 9.5. You can see my average cost over here, it's 9.78, and it will drop that cost quite a bit, even if I do trigger both of those. The 9 point, what is going on? Why isn't there a home button? They changed, do you guys see that? Oh no, I have it clipped out, but basically there's no home button anymore. There's just it says portfolio. It's kind of weird. Sorry, I don't have a shirt on. My bad. Anyway, so I'm sitting at this, and it's it's been a kind of an interesting week. I'm up 1.82% so far. Let me see what SPY is sitting at for the week. I always like to compare myself to the SPY. Always trying to beat the market. Market's up 1.3, so I'm beating the market by a little bit. Pretty happy about that. Even though I have, this is tripping me out, this portfolio, but even though I have a lot of, even though I have a call sold against Apple, I still have 40 shares, right, over here that I'm participating in the gains for, and Apple's been up a little bit, although down today by 1.4%. But it's one of the things that's allowing me to beat the market. I have other positions that are doing well. I have, the O over here, all these positions that are just incrementally going up a little bit. I have some dividend plays, etc., some real estate. And uranium was doing well until today. It's a bit of a tank fest. So anyway, what I want to talk about is my renewed interest in silver. I actually bought another call for silver. This time it's for, what is that, June? For May, June 30th, I think. Is that what it is? So I bought yet another call. This time it's a $16 call, so it's more affordable. And I'm hoping that if there's a delay in the price of silver appreciating, then I'd be able to capture that, even if I don't capture a lot of it over here with these calls, the $15 calls due on April 14th. And hopefully, the rally manifests itself by that time. But if it doesn't, and there's still some more room to go, I want to be able to capture with an extra call. It's only going to be a few $100s though. Like, if the price of silver goes to 18, that's only $200 really, right? Because one contract, 100 shares worth of gains times 2, that's $200. So it's not that much. But I have 6 calls now. This is a really big play. Okay, so 6 calls, you can call it 7 with the $16 one, and let's just pretend that's $15 call. We're just gonna minus 100. So I have 7 calls bought for SLV. So this means that if by April 17th, you know, if SLV goes to like 18, $19 maybe, I can't even do the math. I need my calculator. What is going on here? So that's, maybe 3 times 700. That would be $2,000 and $2,100 gain on this option play if it plays out right. And that would be a commitment of like, what is it, 900? So I would be more than doubling my money if that happens. If it doesn't, I'll be out that sum. I'll be out $1,000. Bad call, lost $1,000 before, but I kind of feel strongly about this. I think that I think silver's been grinding, and I think this is going to be a false breakdown. The silver price of silver is falling down and spiking down right now because of, but for whatever reason. Let's go to the SLV here. It dropped quite substantially. I think maybe like trade, the trade news or whatever. It's over here. It was 1585 and it went down to 1554. That's a pretty big drop. It was like a couple percentage points. It's down almost 3% in the week. Let's see how the SIL is doing for the week. And you can see it's only down 1.3. And I've talked about this divergence in performance before. Like the silver miners are acting so much stronger than the metal itself, which traditionally in other markets has been a really, really, really good sign that this is just a temporary correction. And I'm hoping that obviously this persists. I don't know if it will for a fact, but all the signs are there. I mean, this looks pretty strong. Let's look at SLV 1 year. Yeah, I mean it just looks, it could be just a temporary correction. And there's a line here. If you have a better chart, you could see it. There's a line, and I think it's just touching the bottom of this line right now. I'm not a chartist. I'm not a technician. I just know the basics. But I do know that there's some support right here, and if there is a breakdown, it could be a false breakdown. And I think that there's still another leg, right? So before we have a more major correction, so we have 1, 2, and there's going to be usually there's a third one that's the biggest, a third wave of appreciation, and it could start now, or it could just have a little bit of bottoming process here over the next few months, and hopefully there's a repeat of this process right here in 2000 and the beginning of 2016. I'm fully anticipating that, and I've positioned myself for it. I mean, I have some EXK still, although I've kind of lost faith in the company a little bit at this point. But I have still have some EXK, which is going to appreciate. Look at it's 0, even though silver's down, right? It's actually up 1%, which is kind of crazy. Can't believe it's acting this strongly. But, obviously EXK is not the best judge for how the silver miners are doing, because it's got major problems. This is the year chart, and so I'm fully I'm fully expecting this the silver rally to manifest itself, to to come to fruition, and I'm betting a lot. Like I said, the silver calls. I have the EXK. I still have some wheat and precious metals, and I have a whole another account, by the way, with precious metals stocks. So I just picked up some more today, and I picked up another silver company, and so we'll see how that company works out for me. But bottom line is, I'm putting a lot of chips on the table for this, and it just needs to work out. Now, having said this, don't do exactly what I do. Like, I'm doing risky things. I have like thousands of dollars bet on this little silly silver hope, which may not happen. Like, there's a couple of things when you're trading that you want to make sure is that your sizing is appropriate, meaning like you don't take half of your net worth and bet it on one thing like Bitcoin or something like that. It might work out for you, but if it doesn't, like, you're in for it. You've just made a huge loss. All of your life savings and earnings are gone, and you're stuck. You don't. What are you gonna do? So you don't want to allocate everything you own into one thing, no matter how strong your conviction is. Especially when your conviction is, I mean, if you're not worried about it a little bit, then you're probably missing stuff, right? You're just probably missing some kind of risk. Um, but if you're not sure, obviously talk with a professional. Like, make sure that the risks you're taking are obviously suitable for you, etc. So yeah, don't do anything silly like listen to YouTubers. But this is kind of for entertainment, and hopefully you get the enjoyment of following along how this account comes to 1 million, and hopefully your account goes to 1 million as well. Like, I don't know what else you'd be doing. Why aren't you going to 1 million, right? Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Just double downing on my silver conviction, and hopefully it works out. It's time for this account to make some major gains. I haven't made any major gains in a while. Let's see. This is the all. Let's see the year. Let's see 3 months. 3 months not bad actually. In the past month, I haven't really made any moves. In the past month, as you can see, only up 1.2 something percent. I'm getting beat by the market, fairly sure. So anyway, big bull on the silver market, and I'm gonna close it down right here. Hopefully I don't lose my shirt off of this play. I really hope so. All right, I think that's it for now. Peace out.